Sometimes the medical plans keeps changing so quickly that it feels impossible to understand what is actually happening. One day the focus is treatment. The next day the focus is comfort. And caregivers are often left wondering what changed and why. If that's happening to you right now, today I want to help you understand why the medical plans keeps changing and how to make sense of it. In the last video, I talked about why medical decisions feel so overwhelming for caregivers. One of the biggest reasons is that the medical plans often keeps changing and no one explains what that really means. Today, I want to help you understand why that's happening and how to make sense of it. My name is Judy. I'm a caregiver educator and a DNP prepared certified hospice and palliative care nurse practitioner. I created Care Navigated because I saw how often families felt overwhelmed by medical decisions, even when they were doing everything they could to help someone they love. I'm also a caregiver after my mom had a stroke and later required dialysis for end-stage renal disease. I learned firsthand how often it can be when plans shift and no one explains what that means for real life. This video is for education and support only. It is not medical advice and does not replace conversations with your healthcare team. In my work as a caregiver educator and hospice and palliative care nurse practitioner, I've learned that families don't struggle because they don't care. They struggle because no one slows things down enough to explain what this decision really means. The approach I teach here is adapted for real clinical frameworks used in serious illness care. It helps caregivers understand what's happening, clarify what matters most, and match medical decisions to those values so choices feels less confusing and more grounded in what matters. If you feel confused or unsettled when the plan changes, that makes sense. Hospitals move quickly, doctors rotate, test results change, and caregivers are often asked to keep up without being given the full picture. Feeling unsettled does not mean you're doing something wrong. It usually means something important has changed. This video focuses on step 1 of the Care Navigated method, C, understand what's really happening. Before any decision can make sense, caregivers need to understand what is actually going on medically and why plans looks different today than it did yesterday. Plans change because the illness changes. The body responds differently than expected. New complications appear, or the goals of care have shifted. A changing plan does not automatically mean someone made a mistake. It usually means the situation is different. I once worked with a patient who had cancer and then developed kidney failure and needed dialysis. The original plan was to stabilize her kidneys so she could start cancer treatments. But over time, her kidneys did not recover and dialysis became harder for her to tolerate. She was eating less, needing more oxygen, and feeling weaker. Her daughter noticed this, but did not understand why the plan was still focused on dialysis. When we talked, we slowed down and looked at what was really happening. The question became, is dialysis helping her get stronger or is it making her weaker? That shift helped her daughter understand why comfort-focused care became part of the conversation. The plan changed because the situation changed. When the plan changes, here are 3 questions that can help you see more clearly. What has changed in my loved one's condition? What is this treatment helping right now? How does this plan fit with what matters most to them? These questions help you move from reacting to understanding. A changing plan does not always mean giving up. Sometimes it means adjusting to what the body is showing. Understanding what is happening is the first step to making decisions that feels grounded instead of rushed. I created a free caregiver decision guide to help families organize their thoughts before these conversations. It walks you through how to think about goals, questions to ask, and how to prepare for discussion with the healthcare team. You can download it using the link in the description. I also created a more in-depth caregiver decision toolkit. The toolkit includes step-by-step decision framework, expanded conversation scripts, worksheet for hospitalization and end-of-life care, and guidance for navigating complex family dynamics. It is not medical advice, it is decision clarity grounded in real clinical experience. In the next video, I will teach you the second step, how to clarify what truly matters to your loved one when emotions and opinions don't match. If this kind of guidance is helpful, I invite you to subscribe so we can keep building this clarity together. Has a medical plan for your loved one changed recently? You can share in the comment if that feels helpful. You are not wrong for needing things explained. You are not failing because the plan changed, and you are not alone in trying to understand what comes next. Clarity begins when you slow the process down.